Good afternoon. It is day 80 of our Corona confinement slash retreat. It's a very interesting time, isn't it? Who'd have known 80 days ago when we started this, all that would have occurred as we went through it? Actually, if we add a little bit of time to it, who would have thought? In, let's just say, since the beginning of the year, because we did know about the coronavirus at the beginning of the year. So it's 5 months really that we have had any knowledge and experience of it, and so much has changed, and we've lost so many lives, and it's really done a job on us in many ways, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, physically. And yet the point is to come out of this stronger, happier, and healthier than when it began. It is another overcast day today at here in Connecticut. And so again, if the reception is bad, I apologize. We do the best we can, and God does the rest. We had a wicked storm blow through. I forgot to tell you yesterday, last night, a wicked storm. 1 minute everything was calm, and it was a little cloudy, and then there were some thunderbolts, and then the winds blew unbelievably hard. It deluged, it hailed, and yesterday morning when I got up, I saw a couple of our trees. We've had a very rough time with our trees. A few years, 2 years ago, no, probably 3 years ago, we had a really bad infestation of caterpillars, gypsy moth caterpillars, I think. No, I don't know if that was, anyway, little caterpillars that were everywhere. And of course, we try to work campground. We try to stay healthy, and we sprayed diatomaceous earth to try to protect everything and to stay natural. In the end, the damage that was done to those trees has resulted in losing them. And so then 2 nights ago, when we had the big storm, there is a tree right in my front area, and it had 2 huge branches come down. Just, oh, so sad. I mean, even if you plant a new tree, I'm not going to be around when that thing is restored to the size. I'm praying that the tree is going to make it anyway. Down on one of our campsites, a tree came down, and so it's been very challenging. So, all the things that have gone on in our lives, in our world, how do you hang on to the good? How do you get really grounded in? And I'm hoping that I've helped you do that. So today, one of the things we're looking at is precious moments. And from the beginning, first day, I said that when this is over, you will look back, and what you see depends on what you do every day. Now, I hope that in some way, something I've shared with you helped you to create precious moments. One of the things that has created precious moments for me, call it silly, call it whatever you want, but for me, it's factual, is the National Day calendar. I have had today, by the way, is Donut Day, National Donut Day. Well, that's not happening. I made a cake yesterday, and I'm not making donuts today. Still working on the muffin top. It is also National Veggie Burger Day. I might do that. That's something I do. I love my veggie burger, and I put it in all kinds of things. It's also National Gingerbread Day. I don't know why, because to me, gingerbread is like October, November, December stuff, but somebody thought this should be Gingerbread Day. Then again, think about it. Just think about it for a minute. Think about it. It's afternoon, you sit down, you have a nice old chunk of gingerbread with a dollop of whipped cream on the top. Oh my stars, for me, some nice coffee to go with that. Does it get any better? I don't know. And for those who might be interested, it's also National Moonshine Day. Well, clearly, I ain't going there. But every day, the whole purpose of the National Day calendar is celebrate every day. And every day we can find something to celebrate. Now, attached to, I was actually ahead of this with before the national calendar thing. I also found, I discovered, YouTube, where I could search things I wanted to know about. I realized, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Short Circuit. Well, I see myself as Johnny Five because Johnny Five couldn't get enough input, and he'd read this book, input. And I'm like that in a different way. Not only am I looking for input all the time, but I'm also busy and around doing stuff. So I want to do stuff and I want to learn. So I'm not saying I want to learn these big, heady, I don't want to become a brain surgeon or anything, God forbid. But I want to I have curiosity. I have great curiosity. So the curiosity and the creativity that comes via divine ideas through the creator really keeps me going. And I hope it can keep you going as well. And the things it has helped me to do is create the precious moments. Remember, if you've been following me, the day I made the biscuits, biscuits for one. That was so exciting because when you're one person, you don't want to make biscuits for six because it costs a lot and you'll eat too many biscuits. So that's been exciting. I found a recipe. It just popped up. Ooh, YouTube's getting to know what I like cooking things and other stuff. But there was a recipe for Chinese scallion pancakes. And they are I've had them at a Farmington restaurant, and they're so delicious. And I said, oh my gosh, can I learn how to make those? I've looked before, and it was overwhelming. The recipe was it just overwhelmed me. But this said simple and easy. So guess who's going to try some scallion pancakes? For sure. That makes more precious moments. You know what makes them even more precious? Sharing it with others. Even if you can't be with them, even if you can't put your arms around them, you can give them some spoonsful of lovin' with something from the oven. Give them something. Remember that? Let's see. Nothing says lovin' like something from the oven, and Pillsbury says it best. If you can get any. Fortunately, I bought flour before this whole thing happened. If that weren't the case, I wouldn't have any. All right, so are you creating precious moments? What have you done to consciously create a precious moment? Would you have enough precious moments in the past 80 days to make a list? I would. I was born with a very special gift. Now, I haven't always used the gift as well as I should, but it's a gift I think anyone might have if they will simply open it. That gift is awareness of the preciousness of time. I remember the day that I got that. I remember the day that really came to me. It was in the 60s, and my children were small. They were like 3, but somewhere between 2 and 4 years old, and they were running around in the yard. And I looked out at them, and my heart just swelled. And I thought, oh my gosh, they're growing up. They're growing up too fast. That TV commercial, if they could only stay small till their Carters wore out, that's me. You know, I love my children. I love every age. I love them now. They're fun to play with in a different way. I don't have to worry about them wandering off. But every moment is precious. But our lives, the more we fill them with precious moments, the more we're going to be able to withstand any challenges that come to us. So, one of the things that you need to know in order to create precious moments is, what do you want? What do you want out of life? When you think about what you want uniquely, maybe that somebody else doesn't want, it will be easier to focus on that and to develop the opportunity to create precious moments in your everyday life. I so encourage you to do that. I do my best talking to Tristan, my great-grandson, on Portal. Again, another plug for Portal. If you've got family living far away, especially if the kids are small, a portal is great because it goes back and forth wherever the kids are running. It'll zoom in, and we like to do a lot of projects. We play with Play-Doh, and I make little creatures and things like that. Those are precious moments, and they are fleeting. See, that's what God gave me about the awareness of the fleeting time of speed of time. If you think about it, it is day 80. I'm shocked. It feels like yesterday we did day 1. That's the way all the time is going to go by. That's why we want to work to make every moment precious. We also, all people, want the same basic things. We want to be loved. We want to be accepted. We want to be comfortable. We want to be safe. We want to be connected. Those are the basic things. You know, that food, clothing, shelter, but we want to be loved, accepted, appreciated, and we want to belong. So if you want to create more precious moments in your life, think of those things. Do you feel like you belong? Do you feel like you are supported? Do you feel like you are loved? What if you don't? Is there a reason why you don't? Oh, we all have those days. I remember when I was a kid, I don't know if this is still a popular line, but when I was a kid, we had a little saying, nobody loves me, everybody hates me, I'm gonna go eat worms. I think actually they did a movie about that, kids' movie about that recently. Anyway, think about that. You know, if you feel lonely, number one, guess what? You are not alone. A lot of people feel lonely a lot of the time, and some people feel lonely once in a while. So the best way to not be lonely is to reach out to someone who may be lonely. And as you heal their loneliness, as you help to ease their loneliness, you then find your own loneliness is eased by it. Maybe you feel like you haven't accomplished much. I invite you to look at the things you have accomplished. This is another thing, okay? This is another really important thing. Just like I learned about how fast time goes by, one day I realized, you know what I was doing? I was updating my resume. And I was trying to figure out, what do you put on it? What do you not put on it? And this was years ago. And so what I put on it was everything that I could think of that I had done, whether it was a job, a hobby, anything like that. Start making a list of that. And from that, pull out those precious moments, those great achievements. They don't have to be great to anybody but you. And that brings me to the gratitude list. The first day that we started our journey together, I suggested you start a journal and a gratitude list. That gratitude list, you can go back to that in 5 years and look at it and say, oh, yeah, I remember being grateful for that. That is another thing that I truly believe has brought me through this corona confinement healthy, despite the challenges I've had, despite the really challenging days. It is that having that gratitude list and reminding yourself every day of the countless things you have to be grateful for. Now, if you didn't happen to see that video, what I am calling you to do is every day during your morning quiet time, write your gratitude list. It is 5 things you are grateful for and why. And try not to repeat them over and over and over and over. So like, okay, yeah, I'm grateful for this. But I mean like, yeah, so a lot of times I will write I'm grateful for my cat. But if I did my cat every day, I wouldn't be looking for what else I'm grateful for, you see? Sometimes the things we're grateful for can be very small. The other day, I think I said this yesterday maybe. Anyway, yeah, the other day I finished the newsletter and my brother-in-law said, you know, good job. And I said, wow, he doesn't usually say much. So things like that. A little thing, it can be that big. But it's as we build gratitude, even if we have to look for things to be grateful for, it's better than looking around at things you want to gripe and complain about, right? It works. That's metaphysics. Thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. Where the mind goes, energy flows, and manifestation follows. What do you want to manifest? Create those precious moments through gratitude. You know, you are the creator of divine ideas. God gives you, co-creator, I should say, because God, we call God divine mind, is just full of countless ideas. And we receive them, and a lot of times we receive them and say, well, that would be nice. But we don't do anything about it. And we can have faith that we have what it means, what it takes to do something, but it's not going to happen on its own. We have to do works. So it's faith plus works. So you might have faith that you can, as I once wanted to do, be a trapeze artist, but it takes works to be able to do it. You know, Chinese acrobats make these amazing feats. So if you ever watch America's Got Talent, dear goodness, how do the people do all that stuff? They do it with practice. So whatever you think you want, even if your first precious moments don't come out that good, go back and try again, because practice, whether it makes perfect or not, it makes something. So keep practicing because you get better every time. Okay, well that is that part about the precious moments. And my last piece is called Countdown Begins. When I started this, I figured we were going to be doing 90 days. I thought it would be 3 months. And it's clear that 90 days is not probably going to be the end, although we are slowly expanding, and we're also having spikes in the virus, so the expanding has to be very careful. I may be in for a while yet, but I prayed about it and I made the decision that I am going to go to 90 days with my daily visit with you, and then I am going to stop this little series. I feel like if you need more encouragement, you can go to YouTube and go back to the first videos and go through all of them again, because, you know, those it was like 90 days with approximately a half hour a day, that's 45 hours of what I feel is helpful information. And the feedback I receive has kind of backed that up. I'm thinking I may do a once a week checkup, check in. This is how I'm doing. I hope you're doing well. May give you some things I've realized since then. So it's for another 10 days. When it gets to day 90 will be my last daily visit. I may do a weekly check-in if I feel that something worthy of taking your time, I have to say. I will still be doing church on Sundays. I'm gonna do that until and unless I feel that I can or should let go of it. So anyway, what I'm going to start on July 3rd, my birthday, what I'm going to start on July 3rd is a series on my book, Rise of the False Gods. I'm doing this because there is such powerful information in this book. We are going through an experience in the present, but it comes from the past, and the future will be directly affected by what will now be the past, then be the past, which is now the present. So you see, the past creates the present, creates the future. This book, Rise of the False Gods, I call it Transformation, a Guide to Transformation Through Illumination. And it expresses how we got where we are in detail, metaphysics, the metaphysics of how we got where we are, and the reason why we haven't been able to get past it, aka doing the same thing the same way over and over and expecting a different result. And then the future, doing what we need to do in a new way. This book has exercises in the back. Anybody that wants a copy, I will send one to them, okay? I will invite a love offering, although I will send it because I think it's important to get it out there. Now, actually, you can read this book for free. You go to Amazon, and it's available on Kindle. It's available on Kindle for like $5, or if you are a Prime member, you can get it for free. Seriously. So why not? If you really want to see change in the world, if you really want to know why you in your personal life keep doing the same thing and saying, why is this happening to me again? I can share ideas with you to expand beyond this confinement area. So what's going to happen? Day 90, we're done with this. And then I'll still do church on Sunday. And then Monday through Friday, I'm going to do a Facebook Live class on Rise of the False Gods. It's going to be a short class. It's going to be like between 15 minutes and a half hour. It's going to be like tiny little baby steps, little morsels. And I am also going to invite those who are interested to I haven't tried it yet, Facebook Messenger group gathering. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to go to Zoom. I'm still working on Zoom. So there we are with today. I hope your day is blessed, and I invite you to create precious moments. If you're not sure how to create it, go to Pinterest. They got all kinds of ideas. Go to Michael's, dig around in your junk drawer. Did you get that junk drawer cleaned out yet? Think about these things. In the meantime, have a bright, beautiful, better than average day. Create those precious moments, and know I behold the divinity in you. Thank you so much for being with me. God bless.